I'm a pregnant woman on television, but my character's not supposed to be pregnant. So we're using clever tricks to hide it.
Welcome, ladies and gents, and everybody in between. Today, we are going to be ranking our, what number is this? 13th Morning Musume member in our ranking. Woohoo! And my name is Jeremy, and today I am joined by Taylor Swift.
Shake it off, shake it off.
It's now a good time to talk about how her accent is completely different from Shake It Off and Picture to Burn. I was listening to that song the other day and it sounds like a completely different person. She really became so different after she got plowed by that one guy. What was his name? It's kind of hard to keep track of him, so let's just move on. We're going to start with the more disappointing response to number 13. We're going to start with Jacob. Let's go ahead. Lay it down on us. Tell me why Kuda Haruka, the boy-girl with the hat jettisoning from the side of her head during Kimisa, whatever that song title was, above Oda Sakura. Tell me, what makes Kuda Haruka
Hukakaruda,
Smuba
Kakamakadu
better than Oda Sakura? Lay it on me, Haas.
I wish I had a wonderful explanation as to why she is where she is on this list. Unfortunately,
it must be Kono.
Kono. Unfortunately, I honestly don't remember why I put Kudo Haruka Kaka Deduka Bippity Boppity Boo here. She must have done something very recently when we made these lists that I thought to myself, this is an important person. There must have been like something you showed me. She must have done something in a video, like something. This is the tomboy, right? The Shota?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that when you were writing your list, you were sitting there with a glass of wine in one hand and the pen in the other, and you were just slurring, writing things.
I don't remember being drunk when I made this list.
That's the only explanation that I can think of. I
know that I've always liked, there's always been something about Haruka's like aura that I liked. I don't know if it was that she is kind of decidedly a tomboy. Like she came into this like, no, I'm not wearing the fucking dress. Give me a fucking baseball hat. And then just carrying with that exact personality. Like that's just what I get from Haruka. Like they try to talk to her and she's like, I really don't fucking care, Saku.
Must be Kono.
Don't get that reference.
You made the joke last week.
Did I?
You did.
Uh-oh.
Look, it's a panther.
Uh-oh.
The whole couch is rattling.
Things are getting interesting.
Come on,
now.
Ponchos. Come on. Good boy, Ponchos. You just had to get in that screen, didn't you? You had to make your appearance for the one video.
I have no emotional attachment to Kudo. I have no feelings. I have nothing. God, why am I yelling? Just talking about this person makes me yawn. I have
Maybe we should
nothing.
stop talking about her then. Just stop. Because you just need to end this. Cut. Thanks for playing. And now, Jacob Shandy, you are not in my Morning Musume top 10. Press the button. You fall down into the pit. You fall into the jello. Double elimination. Sending Kudo home too.
I have Jello.
Congratulations!
No, you said fall into the Jello, and I was like, oh, Jello sounds good. Too bad I don't have any, but I do. I bought Jello.
Look, it's a panther.
Aww.
He was sniffing my feet, and I didn't like that or appreciate it, so I brought him up here. And he won't make eye contact with you. My number 13 is decidedly more interesting than Kudo. My number 13th ranked Morning Musume member is Kei-chan, Yasuda Kei. In a world where Yuka was frying her hair, much like yours, where Abe was stealing the spotlight, and Mari was just 2 feet tall and trying to get in the camera view, Kei was there and was providing some banging harmonies. She could always be picked out in the crowd with her voice. You know, she was just a really interesting human being, and I liked Kei more than most of those early gen girls. Like, clearly, she's more interesting to me than Goto. A lot of these early girls I was exposed to because of Ayaka's surprise English lesson videos on YouTube.
Super cute videos.
Super cute videos. And Kay always just was, I was always just drawn to her because of like her energy and how quickly she picked up the English and just how smart she was. She was just a really intelligent girl, and there was always this fun energy about her. Despite her kind of quietness, there was this sly like vibe about her. Hunter, what are you doing? I think that she's one of the most talented members that Morning Musume has ever had vocally. She could sing so well, not only in harmonizing, but just in main solo lines. And it really bums me out that she didn't get more lines because her voice was so banging. And I really appreciate that she was one of the only 6 girls in Morning Musume who have had a like solo song. Granted, it was a rehash of a song that was provided for Fukuda Asuka. She got to sing the same song over. It was dubbed as a B-side, but that's fine because of the other girls who graduated, none of them got solo like, this is your graduation song. Never Forget was distinctly Fukuda Asuka's, and then they made that rock version, loosely rock version for Yasuda Kei. Then we had one for Ai-chan, for Gaki, we're gonna have one for Sayu, and we had one for Reina. And of those 6 girls, Yasuda Kei was one of the tops that ever got that, and she's the only one in her era that got that. And I think that's cool, you know. They gave one to Asuka because Sunku felt bad for her. She graduated before all the rest of them. She was like 5. And I think he really felt bad that he couldn't give more to Kei while she was in the group because Abe was stealing the spotlight and Mari, her 2 feet little body, was just jumping from one side of the camera to the other like Frogger, just trying to get in that view. She's cute. Good solid member. Great addition to the group. Very sad that she left with very little lines, but so glad that she got a solo B-side all to herself. Alright, so last week we asked you to tell us who your 13th ranked Morning Musume member was. And Jacob, you might appreciate this one because we have some actual substance for you. You boy said that their number 13 was Haruka Kudo. So now we've got something for you.
Hey.
They really like her. Feels
Same.
second coming of Yoshi. I don't know about that. I think just because she's a tomboy doesn't mean that she's necessarily Yoshi. I feel like Yoshi had like a spark about her that was so interesting, and I don't see that in Kudo. I think she's a great singer and a great dancer, but I don't see that spark of an idol. Haruka is trying to take the tomboy role again, which is giving her a standout point. And with the 10th gen, that's really unique. Also true, since you have Ikubo, what is her freaking name? Haruna, boring as fuck. It's not brown, it's chocolate. It's not yellow, it's honey. Get over it, it's fucking yellow. And then you have Ayumi, who doesn't have much of a personality but is a great dancer. And then Misaki, who's cute beyond belief, but just, that's all.
That's all she had going for her.
So Haruka really has something good going for her. Our next response was Takahashi Ai. I feel like this is kind of low, but I also understand the placement of Takahashi Ai kind of in like that top 15 because Ai-chan was a great singer, she was a great dancer, great face, perfect person as a human being, and was nothing but the perfect idol for Morning Musume. But she had a distinct lack of personality. I've also noticed that today's hot button word is distinct. That's our word to remember for today.
Ding.
So I can agree with, you know, her not having as much of a character. But as I said a couple weeks ago, I think when someone is given the lines so suddenly and so quickly without any build up to it, I feel like there's no reason for them to try to develop a personality because they already have the lines, they already have the dancing, they already have the face. Why work hard when you're already getting the praise and recognition? And then we got Suzuki Cannon, and that is because she's
fat,
a little shaky during lives, no, and they put her in potato sacks instead of clothing. Well, they said instead of empty sacks. They need to put her in more flattering clothes, which I agree with. People have said that they usually put her in potato sacks.
Because she's curvy.
It's because she's curvy and Japanese management doesn't know how to handle curvy girls. It's the same thing that happened with poor Mika Todd, who had no curves, but just had bigger bone structure, and so they stuck her in overalls because they were like, we don't know what to give this girl. Put her in something that Americans wear.
Japan is not about that bass.
They're moving towards it, I feel like. And then we got Oda Sakura. She's the most vocally talented member since Lin Lin. I completely agree with that. Completely, 100% agree. And also they provide some backup as to why they think that she's not really getting the full center role, and that's because Tsunku's pushed Riho for so long that it wouldn't really be cool to the fans to just rip her away. I personally would be ecstatic, and I would light a bonfire and roast marshmallows and probably send some kind of sacrificial creature to Tsunku's front door. I don't know, I would do something culty to make sure that Riho never got back in the center position again. But
when in doubt, cult them out.
You know, I think that that's a good thought as to why Sakura is not like the full center of the group. She's kind of just teetering on like that rival to the center. She's right on that edge, and Riho needs to be pushed off of it. She can be like Aika, break her ankle.
Yay! I love talking about Aika breaking her ankles.
Oh, Aika.
Just hobble.
I cannot wait for someone to put Aika as their number one. And then when we get down to the number one spot, I cannot wait for someone to say, my number one is Mitsui Aika. I can't wait for it. I hope that there's someone out there whose absolute favorite is Mitsui Aika, because I want to see your expression when you're talking about your favorite, who you think is like the goddess of Morning Musume, and then Mitsui Aika is right up there.
Blocked. Flagged as spam and blocked.
No. I will like your comment if Mitsui Aika is your number one. Well, that is the end for this video. Please let us know who your number 12 ranked Morning Musume member is down in the comments below, and we can discuss those next week. Were you just yawning again?
I was practicing my best good
grudge face. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all again next week with another Morning Musume member ranking. Have a great rest of your day. Bye! Bye! Say bye, Taylor Swift.
I shake it off, I shake it off.